Now, a row has erupted between a council and people feeding pigeons at Norwich Market.
Yeah, the City Council there recently brought in a falconer and a Harris hawk to scare off the birds, but campaigners have been defending people's right to feed them. Robbie West has the story for us.
Public health hazard or beloved city bird? These pigeons are often seen around Norwich Market, but the council has asked the public not to feed them. Sandy says she won't be listening to that.
I've been told before not to feed them, I'll face a fine. I think, well, then fine me. You know, it's my God-given right to feed any bird that I want to.
The council recently brought in a falconer and a hawk to patrol the busy market to scare off any pigeons that they say pose a serious public health risk. Since then, a local pro-pigeon campaign group has accused the council of having a backwards approach. And now an online campaign to encourage people to feed the pigeons has started.
In a statement, Norwich City Councillor Carli Harper said the birds are a nuisance to stallholders and shoppers here on the market. She said that people feeding the pigeons are acting selfishly and irresponsibly.
They all get a grip about what else is going around with the city, in the city. All these poor people sleeping in doorways and stuff. Let them get a grip of that first before they worry about a bit of pigeon poo. That's all I can say. Shame on them.
This is what people eating their lunch on the market made of the row.
I know people say they're a pest and everything, but they were kind of here before we were, weren't they?
So you have some sympathy with the people who are feeding the pigeons?
I do, a little bit, yeah. I just feel a bit sorry for them, really. I like birds, so I feel a bit sad for them, really.
Selfish and irresponsible.
So you support the council?
I do, yeah. Senseless, really, isn't it, when they've been told not to.
I don't mind them. I think they're cute. I mean, I understand it in terms of keeping the area tidy and reducing the waste, but I don't see them as a problem personally. But
Do you ever feed them?
yeah, I do sometimes, admittedly. I try and get them to come close. Some people might not like them, sure. If you don't like them, stay away from them.
Are you going to feed the pigeons today?
No, nobody else should do either.
Why not?
Well, it's a health hazard, isn't it? They're like the rats of the sky, aren't they?
A campaign has been set up to try and feed the pigeons. What do you make of that?
I don't think it's a bad thing, but not on the market. Find somewhere else for them to, where they're not surrounded food and...
Pest or part of the city's soul, the council vows to clamp down, saying it's looking at enforcement options. But pro-pigeon campaigners are digging in, promising to keep feeding the birds. This is a battle where neither side is ready to back down. Robbie West on Norwich Market.
Pigeons look quite happy about that, don't they?
Look well fed as
Yeah,
well,
they
don't
do,
they?
yeah.
We would love to know what you think of that. What's happening where you live? Does that council's plans ruffle your feathers, or do you agree with them? Do let us know. Contact us on the details there on your screen.
Lots and lots of you have been getting in touch with your thoughts on this. We've had this in from Andrew, who says that feeding birds is good for the soul. He says we should adapt and learn to live alongside wildlife in our cities. He also wants to change the narrative around pigeons, who he says are intelligent and clean.
Steve doesn't agree.
No.
Steve thinks feeding pigeons should be made a criminal offence. He says the more people feed them, the bigger nuisance they become and the bigger the pigeons can become.
Yes,
they were
that's
huge,
true.
some of those, weren't they?
Yes. Tina in Leicester says it's not the birds who are causing problems, it's the humans. She says we should be doing more to help wildlife.
Karen in Watford told us people have been feeding both pigeons and squirrels. And she
Squirrels
says
as
they're
well.
more than able to find food for themselves, so stop it.
Detty, I love what Detty's written, actually. They're saying that pigeons are beautiful, highly intelligent birds, and they helped us win the war by flying thousands of miles to carry important messages. They deserve our respect and our care.
One viewer in Swansea wants to move on to seagulls. We haven't got time for seagulls as well, but there's a lot of people in a flap about all this.